Hi, everyone. I'm just going to tell you about our independent reading response choice projects. So, this is response to one of your independent reading books from quarter one. Each of you made a reading goal this quarter, and it should have included a reading at least one book. And so, hopefully, you finished. And there will be a series of project choices that you will work on to tell us about the book that you read. You're going to choose one project type only. You're going to make the project about a book you read this quarter. Please don't make it about a book you read last year or 2 years ago, etc. You will present your finished project to the class. So think about how you will present whatever it is that you are making in an interesting way and in a way that is comfortable to you. All right, so this first slide is for all project types. You should read the instructions carefully, plan your work using the planning guide at the end of the slideshow, review the instructions as you go, draft and then revise your writing, check for typos and punctuation errors. Make sure your writing makes sense, and be thoughtful and creative in your work. If you want to work towards advanced or exceptional, do show and say more with your work. For example, if it says write 3 to 5 letters, write 5. Give more details from the text. Go deeper in your analysis, just as we've been practicing. The details for when this project is due and when it will be presented, you can find on Google Classroom each quarter. All right, choice one is the book Bento. We looked at these in class one day, and they are square or rectangular images where you take objects and the book cover and make an arrangement that's interesting and that expresses the story of the book. So it's a highly visual, creative, and interactive display about a book. We looked at these in class, and you could click on each object and info would pop up about how it connected to the book. There's tips here on how to do it, and you'll want to include a citation from the book for each of these objects. I will add that here in this slide later. There's some examples and instructions here. Choice two is a plot map. So there's different ways to make a plot map. You'll see here's one for theme, here's one for character. If you click here, there will be different examples. You could see if one appeals to you. And if you watch this video, it reviews for you the elements of plot. Not all stories follow a plot like this, but most modern sort of Western stories do. And if you find that the plot works differently, maybe you could draw it in a different way. And you're going to create some sort of visual infographic, poster, slide, etc., that explains the plot of your book. I guess you can decide if you want to spoil it. I would say maybe don't spoil it in case someone else wants to read it, or maybe you can spoil it in the map and then in your presentation kind of hide the ending. That might be nice. For each plot on the map, you're going to include a direct quote from the book with a page number. Oops, sorry. Choice three is a soundtrack or a playlist for the book. And so you would kind of think about the characters and the events of the book and find songs that go with it. Here's an example of an author who made a playlist for a book that she wrote. And then again, you're going to make a visual something that you can show your playlist to the class. Character journal is the next option. You will write several journal entries from the point of view of one of the characters at different points in the book. So you'll pick a character and then pretend you're writing their journal, and then at different points in their life and points in the book. Be sure to include a picture of the book in your project somewhere. Be sure to reference the page numbers and scenes that you're writing about, and write at least 3 to 5 journal entries, at least 2 paragraphs each. Choice five is if you didn't finish a book, especially this first quarter. Maybe you didn't get it together, you weren't prepared, you didn't have your habits established. So you're going to make a project about why you didn't finish the book instead of like finding a book and reading the summary online and lying about it. So in this project, you'll again create some sort of visual, infographic, video, etc., that talks about what got in the way of you reading a book this quarter and how you'll change that next quarter. You can read more details here. This last slide is the planning slide, so you can highlight which project you're choosing, map out the steps. So think to yourself, what do I need to do first, second, third, fourth, fifth to be ready to present this on Monday, October 17th? And then what materials do you need? What will your presentation look like? And who do you need to get help from or ask for more details, help, supplies from here? So complete this slide once you've chosen your project type, and you should be on your way. And of course, reach out to me or your classmates with questions. Good luck.